hope you liked it. I just told you, I introduced it before. If you weren't here, then get on my level. Hello.
Hello. Oh my. You know what? My live always does this. I was watching you singing, yeah, and I was just enjoying it. And then you sent me a request because I feel like it glitches because you're not singing anymore.
No.
I was well enjoying it.
How are you? How are you?
So I think it was showing you like a minute ago. Yeah, I'm all right.
Oh.
I'm a bit like, I'm a little bit in my own world today because I've been on these like medication things. So I'm going to apologise if I seem a little bit spacey or whatever because I'm feeling
cool as ever. You're fine.
Dude, I'm feeling like in a little dream world today, but I'm all right. How are you doing, Ruby J?
I'm chill. I'm okay. I'm in my isolation, so I'm just bored. If I'm honest.
You're bored.
Well, I am.
Mate, I'm a little bit bored as well.
I'm losing my mind and the will to live, but I'm still going. So you know.
Good. Fine. What are you doing? Are you writing lots of music and you're singing lots?
I just wrote a song last week. It's called Slick Talking.
Okay. What's that about? Is it about slick talking?
It is about slick talking. I had some I came up with like a cool kind of jazzy progression of chords. And then I didn't have anything in mind that I wanted to sing about or write about. So I kind of just improvised and like freestyled some words, and I got some words that rhymed, and they kind of went together. And then it kind of like I kind of developed this story that improvised, and it's like about this like detective, and he like is doing his crimes, and it's about slick talking, and it works.
I like that. I like that. See, I love songs that have a little bit of a juicy narrative like that. Yeah, that's kind of all mine seem to be happening. Like when I'm writing at the moment, it's really weird because you know when you feel like your mental state is okay, and then you sit down and write a song, and you're like, oh, actually, I'm a little bit fucked up.
I'm a little bit insane, but I'm gonna write about it.
It happens a lot, yeah, because I was given the task of writing, because I've been writing loads for the Big Push recently for my band, so like a lot of my writing has been in the same sort of headspace, which has been quite like reminiscent of like Rolling Stones, Beatles, you know, like that old school rock and roll. So like my mind has been there. So like because I haven't written a lot of any solo stuff for a while, I tried to sit down and write more like I want to write more like stories. You know, like Jenny and Tell.
I just feel like writing stories to have more space to be as creative as you want.
Yeah.
And there's literally to it, and you can kind of. You could just freestyle the whole thing. That's what I did, and it kind of
that's what I tend to do. Like I'll mumble for a little. I'll find like a melodic thing, but what I do is like I'll desperately search for the story, and then once I've got like a little thing going on where I'm like, okay, this is the character, this is the plot. Then it's almost like the song kind of writes itself from there. So that's what I go hunting.
The sort of thing you did with like Jenny's Tale and Screech and stuff.
Yeah, I've finished that now because I've always wanted that to be a trilogy, and I can't say too much about it because even if I told you the name of the last song, because it goes completely different, because everyone's expecting it to go one way, yeah, and I was expecting it to go one way when I was writing it, but I was like, you know what, I just want to fuck people up when I drop this, and I want people to go, what are we doing? So like I went to the studio the other day and I finished writing the majority of it. And I've written, you know, like, because each of them have that old, really like, almost like a medieval melody on the guitar. And I've written one, but I can't play it yet. So, and I quite like when I do, you know, when you write something and it's like, it's such a little fucking bitch for my fingers. But so every day I'm just like, because I get really bored of like metronome practice, I've got really bad ADHD. So when I sit down and try and practice, I'm like, I can't do it for too long. So what I've got to do is I stick a movie on and then just like repetitively do the same thing. So that's what I've been doing, man. I've been watching loads of, have you ever seen Clockwork Orange?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the main actor in Clockwork Orange, I've grown a little bit of like an unhealthy obsession over him. Like
I do all the time with everything I watch. It's fine.
Yeah, so some would call it a bit of a man crush, but this guy called Malcolm McDowell, yeah. But like I've been watching all of his early movies, and they're fucking brilliant, man. They're like his genius with an act, because he's one of those actors that like puts a lot of himself in the character, I think, and a lot of like how good the film is almost like because of what he is like as a person. So I've just been watching fucking loads of his
those
films.
actors are the best kind of actors. Because you just get a sense of realism with it, and it's not hard for them to kind of you believe that they're playing this person. You kind of it flows and it works. And he's definitely the kind of guy.
Yeah, it's so sick. What are you drinking, mate?
Oh, just water, unfortunately.
Same, man. Staying hydrated. It's important.
Gotta keep it.
What about you, man? How's lockdown been? Or just general life?
Obviously, this year I had so much planned. Like, I had loads of gigs, especially in the summer, like festival-wise. You know the band Scout for Girls? They did that. She's so lovely.
Yeah, I remember Scout for Girls.
I was going to meet them because they were playing at this festival in Stafford, which is like near me.
Okay.
They were headlining it, and I was on the Saturday or Sunday after them, so I'd basically like be supporting this band, and so I was really hyped for that. I was going to meet them, and there's this one called the fucking name's gone out of my head, Summit Festival. The last been rescheduled, and I was going to be supporting John Stone, so I had some really
sick.
Yeah, some sick stuff.
Yeah, man.
But it's all been rescheduled for next year. So basically, I've just been kind of writing. I've been working in, obviously, after the first lockdown was lifted, back up in London, recording at Warner, which is mad.
That's cool.
Yeah, with my producer, working on some stuff on a track that's going to be released in December called One We Loved. And it's the first song that I'm like proud of. Because I've been like, what
sort of style are you going down production wise then? Like, what's the vibe? What's the Ruby J flavor, man?
This is the thing. I like to, when I write, I like to do every like kind of genre I can. Like I want to, like there's this song I did called Settle for Her. It's like reggae. I'm Jamaican. I want to get my roots in there, you know. So I did.
I fucking love a bit of reggae, man.
I can't. How can you not like reggae? It's happy music, you know. So I did that, and then with this song, this track, "Wanna Be Loved," it's kind of. I couldn't put a label on it. I did some kind of like.
It's always such a fucking difficult question, isn't it? When someone says like, "What genre?"
What style are you? And I'm like.
Yeah. I hate that question.
I couldn't put a style on you, like, because you're so versatile.
Well, it's the same with me, man. Like my writing style is quite like ADHD as well, because like I get bored of sticking too far. Like it's why the band's been quite good, because the band is like it does what it says on the tin. It's just like fucking rock music, but then when it comes to my own stuff, like one day I want to make a hip hop track, one day I want to make an acoustic track. Like, it just, I think, you know what though? I think these days it matters less. It's kind of more about the person behind the music rather than like. Yeah.
I feel like
I like dabbling. I'm a dabbler of extreme dabbling.
Yeah, I kind of want to be able to do every genre I can, just because I appreciate I wouldn't sit here and say listen to just this, because I feel like as an artist you can't be narrow-minded.
Yeah, but you kill it, man. I've seen your little flows with the kind of like hip hop style with this thing as well. It's cool.
See, I can't like just round myself off to be like, oh, I only do this or I only do that, because I feel like in the industry you can't be like, I only do this, because you've got to kind of, especially if you're like jamming with other musicians and shit. Like I did, do you know Tash Sultana? Of course you gotta know Tash Sultana.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
There was some jungle I did. This was like back when I was like first starting off. I did this. I just jammed to the stage with like a full band, which I've never done before. This drummer that's like insane, and I had like it was all loud, and we did the jungle by Tash Sultana. It was insane, and that was the kind of first time I thought, this is sick. I want to do everything I can, like every kind of style I can. So I did that, and then I wrote a reggae track. I wrote like my first song was called Annoy, really like basic style, like chords wise and lyrically, but it was like first starting off, so I had to like try and figure out where I was going with it, and that was kind of like jazzy, bluesy kind of thing. But the song I wrote the other week is, I feel like it's kind of Amy Winehouse slash James Bond theme tune kind of
thing. James Bond.
Yeah, man, it kind of works. I love it.
Sick,
I'm proud of it. But yeah, I feel like I
What? So is that where you've gone with the production bit as well? Quite old school, solely.
That's the thing. I literally wrote it last week, so obviously I've not been in the studio since.
Mate, I would hear your voice on shit like that. Are you a fan of Norah Jones? Because your voice kind of reminds me a little bit of Norah Jones. Have you ever had that before?
That's very nice. That's a big compliment. I've never had a compliment like that before. I normally only get like, because obviously your knowledge of musicians will be bigger than everyone else's, but I normally only get like the Amy Winehouse kind of thing, or like. No, I've never think I've ever been compared to anyone else but Amy, because no one, like, in the jazz kind of music and soul, no one's that educated in it.
I guess it's because she's one of the most recent greats, isn't it?
Oh,
so if you go to that style of music, a lot of people will instantly say you're like her. It's kind of like it's funny as a musician, because you kind of like, when you get it all the time, you're almost like you try and carve out your little route, so you get a little bit more of like, I can't fucking compare you to. Because it's funny, when I first started out doing music and I was doing like acoustic guitar singing thing, I got a lot of people be like, oh, yo, you're just like Ed Sheeran, and I was a bit like, I'm not really like Ed Sheeran, but I do play guitar and sing, and so I had to, basically the more I kind of like started doing more unique stuff in terms of like Jenny's Tale, Money Game and stuff like that, it was like my way of carving out like what is Ren, what is my path, you know what I mean? So that it was like in my mind, because I think it's funny because it's a massive compliment when somebody says that, but it also makes you kind of feel a bit like, fuck, I want to, it gives you a kick up the arse to try and to make your own uniqueness and your own sound. But no, for me, I got massive because obviously I heard your fucking lovely voice for you tagging yourself and doing covers of my stuff, which is wicked, man. And but like, yeah, for me it was kind of instant. Definitely the reggae thing came through, and I'm a massive reggae fan, and I'm a big fan of like bands like Sublime. But then, did you ever listen to Sella Sue?
Oh, I've heard of them, but I've never I think I've heard like a couple of like their songs, but
so I'll send you a link after we've done this live thing, because that's what it reminds. She's got a sick soapy voice, yeah, but she does this quite quick like triplet rappy style singing stuff, and it reminded me what. Yeah, I'll send you it, and you are going to be obsessed. But like, it reminded me a bit of Sella Sue, but then it reminded me, obviously, Amy Winehouse and Norah Jones a little bit. But that old soul stuff is fucking great, man.
Yeah, I mean, when I first discovered, I feel like it was when I was first started off like playing gigs and stuff, and I got with like when I played like good venues and stuff, and I was playing around with their sound systems, and I was just thinking, wow, I can like experiment with the mic. I love experimenting with the mic and just playing around with your voice.
Yeah.
So I kind of love to get that soul in my voice, and I try to portray and like deliver that as much as I can with songs. And then I also like to be like, right, I'll have a bit of soul in this, and I'll rap in this bit, or I'll just like fuck around with the guitar for like 2 minutes, you know, because
I can tell.
Yeah, I feel like if you can get like 3 different kind of genres in one song, I feel like everyone's like, whoa, what's next? What's she gonna do next? They're more hooked. And
yeah,
you know,
it's like little tricks you pull out of the bag. Your little fucking. Oh shit, she's fucking rapping now. Well, how about that? Yeah, man.
Definitely got that kind of inspiration from you when I first discovered you.
Thank you.
Was the video I watched when you and Sam were doing that you did Alicia Keys Falling, you did Land World, and there was another one.
Yeah.
What was the other one? There's another one, I can't remember what it was. And you did that live when you were busking, and I just remember.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember as well. I think it was something by The Weekend.
Yeah, it was what's that called?
Earned It.
Yeah, that's it. I remember listening to Sam and being like, whoa, he goes so high, that's fucking insane. And then you came on with this, like, I'm like, this really soul-y voice. And I've never met, like, don't take this in the wrong way, I have never met a white dude with as much soul in his voice as you, like, ever. And I remember being like,
thank you very much.
woo, that's soul-y. Like, you know, when you, I feel like as a musician, when you know when you hear something good and you just, like, you get the stank face and you're like, woo, I got that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that. When I first listened to you guys, and then when you just souling away with your guitar, and I was just like, damn. And then I got really into your music, and when you dropped the demos one, that's when I kind of got really inspired to write, because you released that in lockdown. And that's when I got inspired to write a lot and start experimenting.
It's funny because with all the demos, it was like really old stuff, but it was stuff that was just like sitting on my hard drive for fucking ages. So like, because we went into the quarantine and I was gutted because the studio closed that I was working at, and I was like, fuck, I'm not gonna be able to, like, because I wanted to write. And so like, I basically started releasing stuff. Like, some of the demo stuff is like years old, so I'm really looking forward to like putting new stuff out there, because it's funny that you're saying the soul sort of, because you know all those busking videos, they've kind of got a bit of a more of a soul reggae raw feel to them, and I think that's kind of going to be my next direction that I go. It's kind of like just strip back electric guitar, voice, and not too many bells and whistles, do you know what I mean? Just fucking keep it raw, because I really like listening to music like that. So make some music like that.
Yeah, like strip back shit is like I love like a good I love my rock and I love my
same.
But then sometimes you just wanna put some strip back kind of like acoustic stuff, or like some jazzy strip back stuff, and your ears are just go, this is where I need to be. And I love
you see,
that.
funny enough, talking about Tash Sultana, coming back to Tash, because I actually saw Tash live a couple of times. Yeah, she was the last artist that I saw. But for me, that's kind of what I wanted. You know the most recent song. I almost feel like it's a shame that I wanted to see a lot more of in terms of the production style, just her voice and her guitar fucking shine through quite a lot. Do you know what I mean? So I'd love to see more of that. But I vibe with what she's doing. But when I think with her, what I noticed is when I saw her live, it was like, just seeing her and the guitar blew me away.
The element when she's
and I've been releasing so much music that's just like beats and hip hop that I produced, that I kind of felt a bit like, oh, I hope that no one feels the same way about the shit that I'm doing, in that a lot of people find me through busking, and that's just my voice and the guitar. So I was like, because I felt that way, I was like, you know what, I might just get to the studio and make some songs like this that are just the guitar and my voice, because a lot of people find me through that. And maybe that's what people are expecting, and they go up on Spotify and it's just a bunch of fucking rapping and beats and stuff like that.
I get what you mean, because obviously people are used to, if they know you from busking, they're used to just your voice and your guitar and that's it. But I feel like sometimes you can also kind of, when you get an artist like that and then you listen to the original stuff, and you can be like, oh, I kind of like where this is going. And I definitely got that with you with your first demos, and then the second one, I love that even more.
Thanks.
When you just said you're talking about going kind of down this soul kind of strip back thing, I just think, yes, this guy never misses. He knows what he's doing, and I can't wait for the new shit.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing all that stuff. So what about you? What's your plans?
Well, with this lockdown, I was supposed to be in the studio this month, but obviously, fucking, we've been putting another one. Which is annoying, because I'm really new to the studio stuff, because I only started this whole thing about 2 years ago now, and I finally found like I'm finally getting somewhere. Oh, my producer's here. His name is Mars.
Hello, Mars.
Yeah, I met him, and we've been making some really cool stuff up in London. And we were supposed to be back there for November, and I just told you that song "Settle for Her" is that reggae one I was talking about. I wanted to get that recorded, but instead we've got a track done called "Wanna Be Loved," which will be coming out in December. But generally, I'm just kind of, right now, all I can do is write, be productive on social media, trying to make new connections and shit, trying to meet other artists. But obviously, if it wasn't with a stupid fucking Rona, I would have been enjoying loads of gigs, meeting new people. Like, I feel like that's the best.
Dude, I know, man. We were booked to go to fucking Russia last year, and I know. I was like, I know nothing about Russia, but that's why I really wanted to go. So we had like a festival in Wild Mint called Wild Mint Festival. So me and the band, we were going to go to fucking Russia and play this big festival, but didn't happen. And then I was meant to go to Australia. I was meant to go to South America. I was meant to go loads of places.
South America would be so cool.
Yeah, I know.
South America,
I'm gutted, man. I'm gutted. I was gonna go all over the world and just and make songs, and people were gonna pay me money for doing that, which is even fucking crazier. But yeah. So I don't know. Hopefully next year. I don't know whatever's happening.
2021, like tour wise.
Yes. Obviously everything's up in the air with the situation, so I'm not holding my breath. But like, that got rescheduled. The Russian one. Yeah. So we're planning on going to Russia next summer. We've got a tour coming up in March, just around the UK. So we're doing like Brighton, Scotland.
Oh, if you need any support, just let me know. Like support band.
Yes, BBJ. All right, cool. I'll keep you in mind for that. Yeah, because I think, where are you based? You're London, right?
No, I'm from the Midlands, but I literally I'll go anywhere.
Oh, is it? Shit, all right. Because we've got a show in, I think we're doing Nottingham, and we're also doing where the fuck up? We're doing Birmingham. I'm pretty sure, and we're doing Manchester.
Whereabouts are you playing in Birmingham? What venue?
I don't fucking know, man. I just know that I've got to go there.
I was gigging Birmingham.
Yeah.
But give me a shout.
Okay, you know what? I'll talk to my manager about that. I'll talk to you about it, because we do need support, and that'll be cool.
Yeah, Birmingham, Nottingham, anywhere like that. I could do London if you needed me to, but
Interesting. Yeah, we've got a band for Brighton, but that's it. So yeah, cool.
See, I need fucking gigs.
All right.
But let me
know.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah. We'll stay in touch about that. And then just a whole bunch of fucking writing and releasing to like. I'm really looking forward to getting like new music out, because a lot of the music I've been releasing is stuff that I've been sitting on for a little while. So I'm looking forward to like. I don't know if you get this, but when I release a song that I've had for a long time, I'm kind of over it already. So like for me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I wrote that reggae song I was talking about. I wrote that about a year ago, and it's still not. I still want to release it. But when I release it, I'll be like, yeah. But then I'd be like, when I get everyone else.
You will have heard it about 1,000 fucking times, and no one else will have heard it.
Like a million times, you know.
That's the thing. So I'm looking forward to like writing something new that I'm really excited about, and then releasing it, and then yeah, I guess I'm just gonna I'm planning on doing a bit of a busking tour around the world, like. Ooh. Because you know what, I was having a chat the other day with someone. I think like busking is one of the only parts of the industry that's not going to take a big hit from the corona situation, because because there's, once it's safe to do it and get outside, and kind of, whether it'll be distance or not, but like, it's all you need is yourself. And like, and when you have that, the confidence and just an amp to fucking do it, you can pretty much just go up and set up anywhere and play. That's why I quite like it as well. And I know that you've done a little bit of busking and stuff, haven't you?
I started doing it about 2 months ago, probably more.
Yeah.
I started doing it in town, and I love doing it. It's good because obviously I couldn't gig, so that's the closest thing I could get to a gig.
Yeah.
So it was something to look forward to, you know, when you like write a new song and you think, right, I'll do this today, or like even just like I started like I had you know that Harry Styles tune, that Watermelon Sugar. I did a little bit of that, and then I did what's that song called? Every Little Step You Take by Bobby Brown. I mixed that into
Yeah.
Worked, and I was just like, whew. It's good for experimenting, you know, because even live I experiment with fucking anything. Like I like to just take like the randomest song and mix it with another song and make it work. So.
Yeah, I like doing that, mashing them up, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway,
even like if you could get me a support, we should write, we should duet, we could do anything.
All right, let's fucking do it.
Yeah, man.
All right, sick.
I love that song you did, that Humble with Eden. I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, you'd be good on a song like that.
I
Mm-hmm.
remember hearing the chords to that at the start, and I just thought, oh, it was kind of reggae, kind of bouncy stuff, which is the sickest kind of style you can get.
Yeah, so like that style reggae I fucking love. Like I'm gonna send you some Sublime tunes after this because they're sick. It's kind of like hip hop reggae, I suppose.
Yeah, hip hop and reggae is such a fucking cool combination. Like you have like the swag, and then you got the bounciness, and it works.
Yeah.
When I was talking about,
all right,
when you were talking about
we'll make a banger, man.
Oh, of course, not hard. When you and Sam did Blind Eyed and you released it live, that's the kind of stripped back kind of acoustic shit that I like. And then when you release
so that's what I'm going for at the studio at the moment. That's kind of the vibe basically. It's just electric guitar, voice, little bit of hip hop influence, a lot of reggae influence. I'm working with the guy, planning to anyway, who did a lot of Paolo Nutini stuff, but he worked with a lot of fucking like really good reggae stuff. So, and he's got such an old school approach to music where he won't even use a metric. So we'll just fucking crack a band or like old school style. But a guy called Mike Pelliconi, maybe your producer heard of it. He's a fucking legend, man. So we've been recording some stuff. But
I can't wait for new stuff.
Yeah.
Sounds sick.
So I've been filling my mind with a lot of reggae recently, actually, and obviously like Bob Marley, but then like just a lot. Filling my brain with.
I grew up with Bob Marley, like ever since I was a kid. Like when we'd be cooking like chicken curry and have like it'd be a Sunday and you got Bob Marley in the background. It's the vibe we need, you know.
Yeah.
But
Do you listen to a lot of like The Police or any bands like that?
Oh yeah, The Police are like reggae kind of rock. I was listening to Driven to Tears the other day actually, and jamming out to that because I love how they're kind of rocky reggae. That's sick. Especially Roxanne. That's top tune.
Yeah. Roxanne.
You don't have to put on your red light. But thanks for coming on. You're a legend.
That's all right. That was really good timing because my battery just flashed on like 3%, so like I made it right.
Work on something together in the future. That'd be sick. But Jen,
all right, cool.
We need support acts. I'm the gal.
All right, I will keep you in mind, and we'll do a tune. It'll be fun.
But thanks for coming on.
Sick. All right. Bye, Rubes.
There you go, guys. I'm going to be doing a tune with Ram. Keep your eyes peeled. That marks the end of the show. Episode 3, Izzy and Ren. God, did you hear that? I'm doing a song with Black Honey. I'm doing a song with Ren. I'll be on the tour. No, I'm joking. But yeah, you heard it here. Thanks for joining. Good night. Happy Sunday. Bye.